Welcome to Knit One,
Part 2, Episode 117.
There we go. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Winnie. And we just want to mention that we have our lace knit-along and crochet-along going on right now, where you can knit an object, finish a knitted object or crocheted object anytime during the contest period. There's more information in our group. And if you want to join our group and you're looking on the blog, you can find out how to do that right here.
And my new project, could kind of be considered.
So could mine. I am actually doing the knit-along / crochet-along.
Mine can be from last time and this time.
I know. You're like a double dipper.
I know. So I'm going first, right?
Yes, you are going first.
So what's on the needles, very little progress, is my baby sweater. The Wonderful Wallaby. I'm trying to think how much I got done on it. Yeah, I added a color in 2 weeks. But there's a reason why. So this is what my sleeve looks like. It's black with the stripe of brown. See?
Very good.
And my green nails. Sorry. I love them, though.
They're very liver friendly.
They match.
Liver donation friendly.
They match my bracelet. So this is the Wonderful Wallaby by the Cottage Creations. And I have done nothing on it in 2 weeks, but there's a reason why. So, what I have been working on, and believe it or not, I'm more than 50% done.
Wow.
It's a diagonal baby blanket from Lion Brand. And I start with 5 stitches. It's free. It's on their site. And you increase up. And I'm doing it in purples because the mom, it's for my neighbor, the mom is doing the room in purples. And this may not look like purple, but it is. And that's
really pretty.
So I'm doing a white, started with white, 25 rows of white, of garter stitch white, 25 rows of purple, 25 rows of white. I just finished the black currant color, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did on this, I picked an odd number of rows, not for any other reason other than it looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm losing my stitches, sorry, hold on. And so once I decided I was doing that, then I had to figure out how to decrease it in the way that I needed to decrease it.
What did I just do?
So I increased up to 12 rows. Stitch 1 row plain with no increases, no decreases.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decreased it. But I'm also doing the edging where you're slipping it with the yarn in front at the last stitch. And then you're knitting it. It's a nice edge. I really like that edge.
Yeah, I love that edge. Like the Stephen West edge.
Yeah. So this is what I've got done. So you can actually see the shape of it's going to be a decent size little baby blanket. This is what it is here.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
It's cotton yarn. I was using some leftover peaches and cream. White and the purple, and then this is the last color purple I'm going to do. It's sugar and cream. This is called hot purple. I wouldn't call this very hot.
No, I would call that more of a lavender.
Yeah,
but
it's called hot purple, but so these are the 3 colors. I think they look good together.
I do too.
So I'm hoping to have this done by next week. There's no real time frame. The baby's not due until September, but I needed something else to knit.
I think that sounds good.
So this has been a great knit. It's really super easy. And see, it kind of falls through with the lace.
It does. It has the little eyelets in it.
And it goes with last month's knit along. Last 2 months knit along. Because it's baby. So that's where I am. That's all I have on the needles, if that's not enough. Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad, so sad. School's out for the summer.
Oh, yeah.
School's out forever. School was out yesterday for both our kids.
Yeah.
Wendy didn't bring her kids over. Mine, one is out at a friend's house and one is on the computer watching Minecraft videos. And then Zachary goes back into school on Monday.
Oh, poor little bugger.
He doesn't seem to mind.
I'm going to have to rip this out. So I will talk about what I have on the needles. I only brought one thing. I finally cast on the Seashell Shawl by Ivy Brambles. This is how much I have done. This is the third time I have knit this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is what it will look like when it is finished. I am knitting it out of Blue Moon Fiber Arts Silk Thread 2 in the something spruce colorway. And I don't know why I am having problems with this, but I am. I think there might be an error in the chart. And then I think I made a couple of errors. Like you can see I have a really big hole right there. And a part of the issue is that I'm knitting it on my signature needle, number 5s, and this is silk, 100% silk.
Too slippery?
It's a little slippery, so every once in a while I'll slip something off the needle, and it's not necessarily a good thing. So yeah, I know that there might be a couple of, like, I can call up Cindy about it. I'm sure she'll know if there's any errata. I bought this pattern a couple of years ago.
Well, when you look on it online,
I looked online.
Nothing's stated.
Nobody's really knit this.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's, like, the person that test knitted, I think. So I need to, like, get in touch with Cindy and just ask her if there's anything. Or I can just make it up. It's not, it's like, this is the point of the shawl before you knit the edging on, and it's just missing a couple of yarn overs. I can probably just fudge it. The rest of it looks fine. I'm about to start the first seashell motif. It's going to be really soft and drapey. Once it gets, you can see, yeah. This is what it looks like skeined up. It's called spruce, but I think it's like a gray spruce, a silver spruce, because it's not really green.
It's pretty though.
Yeah, I like it. I bought this specifically for this shawl at Stitches East either 2 or 3 years ago. So it's been in my queue for a while, and it's a really simple knit so far. I just don't like the way that point looks, and it's either because I misread the pattern or it's just I need to fudge it. So anyway, that's what I have on the needles right now. I'm just telling you, I don't think I'm going to finish that vortex blanket. I hate that thing so much now that even saying the word vortex blanket makes me throw up a little in the back of my mouth. I'm so tired of it. I feel like buying our friend a bottle of wine and saying, here you go, there's not going to be a blanket.
Does he know that it's supposed to be a blanket?
I hope he doesn't know, because if he doesn't know, I am not going to finish it. Seriously, I hate it so much. I can't even tell you. How many
squares have you done?
5. Not even full. I am finished 4. I have started the 5th square.
Oh.
I still need to really make it look good, I should do 4 more squares. I could get away with maybe doing 1 more square, but it would really be a small lap blanket, and I can't even stand thinking about it anymore. So that is officially a project of shame. I'm going to talk to my husband about whether I can back out of it and I'm going to burn it. I'm going to light it on fire with...
Well, now.
It's not a difficult pattern, but it is so fiddly changing colors all the time. And having all those ends to weave in. I mean, it took me like a whole day to weave in the ends on just a couple of the squares. And I'm just over it. I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. I hate it now. So all I really have on the needles right now is this shawl and a couple of projects of shame. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
on the
date, rate your date?
Dates. No, I don't have a finished one yet.
I have 2 dates to rate. The first one is I completed the Crooked Walking Shawl.
It's pretty.
Can you hold it? It's still damp. I blocked it last night, but because it's a silk and alpaca blend, it takes a while to dry.
Let's turn this around. So this is
how it is in the front.
The
That's
shoulders.
on the shoulders. I'll put it on, but I just don't want to wear it because it's wet. So it sits right on your shoulders, so it will stay.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's kind of squished up again. I had blocked it pretty hard, but when you unpin it before it's still wet, it bunches back up. You can't tell I also blocked the points out and they've gone back. I'm going to have to pin it back up. Yeah, but it's a nice shawl. Pretty. It will stay on, like it's a walking shawl. That's why it's called that. It will not come off because of the shoulder shaping. I wish I had paid the extra money for one more skein to do the largest size. I read the dimensions. I blocked it to the dimensions. This is a lot smaller than the largest size that I saw on the sample. So if I could do it again, I would knit the larger size. But it's really nice. It'll be a nice shawl to wear in the winter if you just want to like walk over to the school.
Now, how much yardage is in that shawl?
Well, the pattern called for 850 yards.
For that size?
For the medium size.
Wow.
I bought 830 yards.
Oh.
And I had this much left over. This is almost an entire skein.
So how much does the yardage call for the large?
It's 1,100 something.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I mean, to me, this is a lot. I mean, I thought I'd have hardly anything left getting 20 yards under the recommended. And this is like 280 yards. It's a lot of yardage left over. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I read the pattern wrong or something, but I don't think I did.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot of yardage left over. So now I'm stuck with that. I don't know. I guess I could make a pair of mitts out of it or something. Maybe I'll design a pair of mitts that have that motif in it to match it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad it's over. I love Ann Hansen's patterns. Normally, I'm really into knitting them. I did not enjoy that pattern. In part because I kept messing up on it. I think I was just so tired when I was knitting it all the time that I kept messing up on it. And although the yarn was really lovely and I loved knitting it on my signature needles, it just was really slidey. It's just kind of a monotonous color to knit in. I think I would have been happier if it was, I don't know, if it had any kind of vibrancy or color changes or something to make it more interesting. And then I'm a little disappointed that it was, excuse me.
Oh, bless you. Fiber up your nose?
Probably. That's baby alpaca and silk. It's nightingale fibers, baby.
Oh, bless you.
Sorry. There's always two.
There's
never just one.
There's usually 3 in my family.
So, the design is great. I love the way it has shoulder shaping and stays on your shoulders. I think that's really a clever approach to a shawl. I'm just disappointed that I didn't spend the extra money to make it bigger. I thought about ordering another skein of that yarn, and I thought, I don't want to knit it anymore because I didn't really enjoy knitting it that much.
Done.
It's kind of monotonous. It's kind of a monotonous knit. Once you get, it's garter stitch, and then you get into that lace pattern, which alternates stockinette wavy paths and garter stitch wavy paths, and it is really monotonous and not something that I feel like re-knitting. So I'll probably use it to walk to the kids' school in the fall. It'll be great, or to sit in my living room. It'll stay on, so I don't have to keep adjusting it. But if you are interested in doing it, I highly recommend doing the largest size. It's more like a poncho. It's really versatile. I looked at it knit up when I went to New Hampshire Sheep and Wool, and I think that's what I really was envisioning, what I was going to get, and I should have known that was not going to be what I was getting. So, give it the pattern's fine, it's well written, and I just am not a fan of it. I didn't feel the love for it. I'm glad it's finished. I don't want to knit on it anymore. So that's the first project. The second project, sitting here, yes. So my mom and I went to Newburyport this week. My ancestors are from Newbury, Massachusetts, and Newburyport, and my mom had never been to Newburyport. So we went up to see the town. She'd never seen it. And we stopped at a Loom with a View, which is, we've been there before. It's a yarn store in...
Is that the one that's hard to get to?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like that one, but
it's
nice.
It's
kind of like you can't get there from here type deal.
It's like in this weird alleyway, and they've moved to a different location.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, so now it's like, it's tiny. Remember how it had like the area with all the looms in it that was like downstairs from it? It doesn't have that anymore. So anyway, while we were in there, I found this yarn called Be Sweet Bambino Taffy, and the tag looks like this. It was $14 for one skein, 100 yards. It's machine washable. It's 70% organically grown cotton and 30% bamboo, and it's handmade in South Africa. And each skein comes with this ball band pattern for the Sweetie Pie hat, designed by Tanis Gray. And you get the ball, and it has stripes on it, and I'm going to show you a handy picture of it, the ball, before I started knitting, right now. The one that I chose had orange, green, light green, white, and hot pink. And it's designed to make the hat. You just knit the hat from it. So we saw the knit up hat on the sample. It was really cute. They had a bunch of different colors.
Oh, it is cute.
And this is the hat that I knit.
And the color changes are in the yarn.
It's actually, what they've done is dye the yarn colors and then they've tied them together. So as you come to a new color, you either untie it, or what I did, because I was lazy, is I just cut the yarn, cut the knot out, and continued on with it.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
And you do a picot edge, and you do a little heart motif, and then you do bobbles, and then you do 2 I-cords that you tie into a bow at the top. And it's designed for 6 to 12 months. And the yarn is really nice. It doesn't feel too horribly cottony. It's really soft because it has the silk in it. And it's machine washable. So that was a totally... $14 is a little bit expensive for yarn, but this feels really nice.
Now, with the pattern, you can make more.
Well, exactly. I feel like I got the pattern, and my mom was saying this would be great if you have worsted weight scraps to use up.
Yeah.
You could use them to make this hat, and, you know, you could even use the dimensions and make up your own motifs for each stripe. So, yeah, I thought it was really cute. I think my niece will love it. I gave my niece the baby booties and the duckies, and she loved that. I'm pretty sure they will like this too. This is designed for 6 to 18 months, so it will be a while before she can wear it. But it's cotton, so it could be summer, but warm enough to also be fall or winter. So, yeah, it's super cute. I enjoyed doing that. The I-cord was annoying because I hate I-cord, but it was fun.
Your sister-in-law is going to be spoiled.
I know.
Does she realize that yet?
Yes.
Is she appreciative?
Yes, she's a crocheter, so she knows. Somebody at her work asked if I did custom orders, and she said, I found a polite way to tell them without sounding snobby that the cost would be huge to make it worth my time. I mean, between the yarn and buying the pattern and the time that I have to put in, you know, like this hat, $14 covers the costs, but it took me like 3 or 4 hours. So let's just say 4 hours at $10 an hour. Which
plus
is
the
low.
Cost of yarn.
That's $40 plus another $14. That's $54 for this hat, and that's probably cheap. But when you're knitting for somebody you love, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, where you don't like this blanket. I mean, it's a simple enough thing, but it's time consuming.
Right. I enjoy it. To do it for somebody you love, for the joy of knitting it, is one thing. To do it for somebody that you don't know as a commissioned piece of work, I would have to be compensated at least $10 an hour for that, and it's just not. I don't want to have to knit something because I'm getting paid to do it.
No, because then the joy comes out of it.
Okay, so I love knitting for my niece, but I'm not going to knit for anybody else, and she totally got that. She said, yeah. No, she's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've knit her quite a bit of stuff, and if we can move on to Whirlwind Romance, since I know you don't have any, I got, this is just a say colorway from Highland Handmaids. It's superwash yarn that I ordered. This is 2 ounces of it because I finished spinning the first 2 ounces. Yeah, it's going to be really pretty. The only thing that I'm not happy about is that I've never, if you can believe it, in the 2.5, 3 years that I've been spinning, I have never spun superwash. It's really slippery because the scales aren't in it. So I ended up, I guess I was too lazy to go find my slow whirl. So I put it on the slower groove in my fast whirl, and I did short forward draw. Normally when I spin long draw, very puffy, low twist, and then I put a lot of twist into the ply. You can see from looking at this, it's not looking at this part, this is all my odds and ends. This is a very high twist single. So I'm going to have to be careful to put low twist into my ply so doesn't come out to be this horrible stiff ropey yarn, which is totally not what I want for a baby sweater. So I don't even know how this is going to end up. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm hoping to knit that sweater that you knit, the
That's what I was going to do with that sweater.
Oh yeah? What is it called? Maile.
Maile.
Yes.
It's a free pattern. It's really pretty.
She has knit it before. You knit it in fingering weight.
I've knit it in fingering weight,
that's
trim
right.
and color, and then I knit it in worsted weight.
That's right.
For an older child.
It's a really cute sweater pattern for a girl. It's kind of girly because it's got like
leaves coming up here with the shoulders. Really pretty.
So I'll show you that pattern next week. I'm hoping to finish this by next week and have a finished yarn. I don't know if I'll be able to start knitting it, but I have to focus on this because the baby's going to be born in September, and babies don't keep, so.
No, they don't.
But yeah, that's my Whirlwind Romance. Most of this doesn't look, this is very, I just pulled some off. This is very crummy looking because I took all of the odds and ends that were left over and broken off, and I spun them to get more yarnage. But I'm hoping it's going to be a fingering weight. I'm shooting for fingering weight. So that's all I have for, are you looking for the pattern?
Yep.
It's so cute.
It's by Nikki Vandekar, and it's a free pattern, and this shows it in green.
And you can really see how it looks. It's just got that cute lace motif in the top here.
Oops.
I should never touch iPads. Oh, that baby's so cute. There we go. I'm not going to touch it this time.
Seeing the shoulders.
It has that lace motif. It's a cute little baby sweater, and
it's got flowers on the bottom.
Yeah. Down on the edge. I'm not touching, just pointing right here. It's very cute. So I'm going to do that out of this. I think it'll be really pretty. This is going to end up being kind of a heathered looking finish. Yeah. So I think that'll look nice. It's not going to be, hopefully not too stripy. I didn't spin it to be stripy. So we'll see. That should be done, like I said, by next week. And that's all I have for Whirlwind Romances, other than the fact to remind everybody that Tour de Fleece starts sometime next week, I believe.
July. It's in July, isn't it? Oh, the last couple of days.
It's the 28th of June to the I don't know. It's around the 28th of June. I could look it up, but I'm lazy.
So what is it? It goes with the Tour de France, right?
Yeah, Tour de France. It starts on the Tour de France.
So the Tour de France is Le Tour.
Le Tour de
June
France.
29th to September 21st.
July.
Yes. September 21st.
September? No.
June 29th to July 21st. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. So and there are a few days that are rest days. If you are going to do it or are joining we're not really a team. in our group.
Right, I saw that.
If you go to the Tour de Fleece group on Ravelry, that has more information about it. So that'll tell you when the rest days are. And it's also really great if you're going to bother to spin at all for Tour de Fleece, join some of the teams in that thread because you can win prizes in the Tour de Fleece group. You can win prizes. You can win prizes for being a beginner spinner. You know, they make drawings in just about every group.
Oh, yeah.
And you can join more than one group and post your stuff in more than one group as long as what you're spinning meets their requirements. So totally do it. It's very motivating. I didn't win anything last year, but it was really fun to post my finished yarn every day and to see what other people have posted. And you don't even have to do finish yarn in a lot of the groups. In our contest, you do because we're not really a team. But in her son
Max
is laughing.
watching the video. So.
But in some of the other ones, you just post your progress pictures, and they draw from one of the people that posted every day.
Maxwell.
So yeah, but that's coming up. I already know what the prize is going to be. I'm going to give a Polware silk bump from my stash because I don't like Polware silk, and I will show it to you next week. I was too lazy to dig it out this week. So that's it for Whirlwind Romance.
Crushes and Heartbreak?
Mm-hmm.
Crushes and Heartbreaks. This first
Thank
one
you.
is a heartbreak. I think you guys knew a couple months back I had a root canal done on a tooth. It's like, not a molar, but it's the tooth right between your molars and your incisors. And I had a deep cavity in it before, and then I had the root canal. I was eating a roll from Panera Bread. Crack.
Can you tell them why that happened?
Because I don't have a crown on it.
And can you tell them why you didn't have a crown on it?
Because I can't afford it.
Because she was having a temporary on it for 8 years.
No, that's a
that
different
wasn't
tooth.
the 8-year
one?
one?
No. This is a tooth that I had. It was a really bad tooth, and I think they were surprised it lasted as long as it did. It had a very deep cavity in it. I had that filled probably about a year ago, and then I had an abscess. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I was on antibiotics, and then I had the root canal, and so I had the root canal maybe 4 or so months ago, maybe a little longer. I don't remember.
It was a while ago.
Not that long ago. It's less than a year.
It was definitely in this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was having Panera Bread. I've been having issues with the filling from the root canal coming out. And I put a call into my dentist, and they just hadn't called me back. I think she was on vacation. So then I cracked the tooth. I wasn't in any pain because it's a dead tooth.
Right.
Just my tongue kept going to it. So then I went and saw them on Monday, and they basically built a tooth up. But I need to get what's called crown lengthening procedure done, which is taking my gums down because it's so low so that they then can put a crown on it. So right now I'm chewing on this side of my mouth.
I just make this face because she has an 8-year-old.
Which also has a root canal. That's the one that doesn't have a crown on it for
and my
more
mother
than 9 years.
kept using her as an excuse for why she hadn't gotten her temporary fixed. And then when she went to get it fixed, the tooth was so bad that she had to have like an extensive procedure. They were like, "Why didn't you come back?" And I was like,
this one's been watched because my dentist has been watching this one,
right?
And they knew it, and they've been watching it, and so I'm getting my cleaning done next Wednesday, and I'll talk to them about getting the crown on this one because it will probably be less money than this,
right?
So I got to call my insurance to see what the crown lengthening procedure cost. Now my brother's attitudes are pull it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pull it.
Not if you still have something good to it, you know?
Yeah. So right now, that's my heartbreak there. My own fault. And I know that. But, you know, got to do what you got to do. A crush is kids are out for the summer. We went to Canobie Lake Park yesterday, which is up in New Hampshire. We had a lot of fun. And actually, it was a great day to go because the weather was fantastic. We get there. It was a little crowded.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say by 3 o'clock it was a ghost town because all the field trips went home.
Right.
And they went on any ride basically they wanted to. So if anyone's familiar with Canobie Lake Park around here, there's this old roller coaster called the Yankee Cannonball.
Mm-hmm. It's an old wooden roller coaster.
Old wooden roller coaster. It's like rated almost the number one in the country or something like that. It's rated number one somewhere because somebody was talking about it yesterday. But there's a TV show, Bert the Conqueror, and he goes to amusement parks and does fun things. He came specifically for that roller coaster a couple of years back.
It's a good coaster.
It is a good coaster. There is definitely more fear in that coaster because you're wobbling and you're dipping and you're hearing the click, 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 click. So I was on it. I was fine. Zachary went on it for the first time yesterday.
Did he not have a good time?
Did not do well.
Oh, no.
Now, if anyone knows Zachary is a thrill seeker. He can do just about any ride. He's gone on the zipper ride. He's gone on many roller coasters. And there's a roller coaster at Canobie Lake Park called Untamed, where you're going up and then you basically go like that. So he can do them. I think it was the fear factor of, for one thing, there's no harness this way, which is new for him, I think. And the noise. He did not like it at all. He was crying at the end of it.
Oh, that's so sad.
I, however, enjoyed it.
Unlike Superman.
Whatever
Superman. That was called.
But
was it
Bizarro. No, I think it's Bizarro.
Because it used to be Superman until the guy died on it, and then they redid it,
But the roller coaster that I went on,
if I can find it, I'm going to put the picture up right now of me and Sheila on the Bizarro roller coaster ride. Sheila did not enjoy it.
No. I didn't enjoy it. But the roller coaster that I was on yesterday had handles.
Yeah, the Bizarro one, your hands just kind of laid over this like slanted thing. It was,
and I think I also know the other reason too. It was nighttime.
It was nighttime.
It threw a
I had a great time. I thought Sheila was having a good time until the end, and then I realized she was freaked out.
But see, the Untamed roller coaster, I went on it during the day, and I was okay with it. I got nauseous, but that's because of the type of roller coaster it is. And then I went on it at night, and I freaked out. Good. No, because it's a whole different fear factor. But let me tell you, going on a roller coaster or a ride that you're a little iffy about with your kids is really scary for some reason. It makes you really realize how scary life can be.
Oh, yeah. I have a heartbreak. So I went to the dentist this week. I went to the dentist on Wednesday, and first they told me I had next to no tartar, so yay me for excellent brushing skills. Who knew? But I need to use something to keep, even though I had no tartar, I was having a little gingivitis, so it might just be from the germs in my mouth, so I have to use something called Closis. It's like a mouthwash.
You can't use regular Listerine?
Yeah, I could use regular Listerine if it didn't, like, the smell of it make me vomit. So Closis tastes like water. Oh. So I'll use that, yay. Yay for good dental hygiene,
is it a prescription?
Right? Nope, it's over the counter. Got it at Walgreens. Yay for that. But a few years ago, right before I went to Germany, I needed a crown. And it's what they call a prophylactic crown. I did not need a root canal. But because it's over here, and because I had a silver filling in that tooth, and because I clench my teeth from stress, the silver actually makes your tooth get crazed because it's not as, it's very hard. It's not as flexible as some of the other stuff that they use now. It's an old filling. And I got enough cracks in the tooth that they were worried that if I didn't have a crown put over it, one day I would bite down and I would break the tooth. And then I would need a crown or potentially a root canal, depending on how badly I broke the tooth. So the last time I went to the dentist, they told me that I have 4 silver fillings on the top that they're watching for the same reason. And this time, one of them has started to craze a little bit. So I talked to the guy, and he said it's a small enough filling that he thinks that if we replace it with the newer fillings now, it might not get more cracks in it. It might be okay. Ideally I would get another crown, but I was like, really? They cost a fortune. And I was like, I really would prefer to try something else first. If we can try to save it. It's not a big filling. It's a very small filling. So I'm going to have the 2 on this side of my face redone. And while I'm in there, I was talking to Jim about it. It's like $250 out of pocket for me to get these 2 done. I said, Jim, you know what? I'm just going to book him to do the other two this summer too and just get them all replaced so that I don't have to deal with this because crowns are expensive. I think this crown I paid like out of pocket. I think I paid almost $3,000 for my crown.
Oh, see, my crown out of pocket's $500.
Yeah, my insurance does not cover crowns as much. Although I used to go to a dentist that had like extra special stuff, so their prices might have been much higher than normal prices. But I paid about $3,000 for this crown. It was handcrafted by this Swiss guy. Remember I talked to him because he was from Switzerland and I was about to go to Germany and we were chatting. Yeah, so I'm sure that at my new dentist whose billing is more like normal people billing, it would not be that much out of pocket. Also, my new dentist is in network. My old dentist that I went to was out of network, so that made a difference too.
That's why I changed my dentist. I had been going to my dentist since I was like 9 up until this year, and it's because for the last few years it's been out of network. And I knew I was going to need some heavy-duty work. And I'm like, I can't do that anymore as much as I like them. But I found that the new dentist just, I don't know, there's something about new technology or something.
It's so much better to be in network now. I had to leave my old dentist because they stopped doing the thing where they billed the dental insurance for you.
Yeah.
So you would pay the estimate. They would bill the dental insurance. And if there was anything extra that you needed to pay, they would send you a bill. They stopped doing that, and their new policy was you had to pay for the entire procedure, no matter what it was, up front, out of pocket. And then you had to bill your dental insurance.
Yeah.
And I said to Jim, that is not worth the aggravation. It's not, because I know that sometimes their billing has to go back and forth with them, and they just wanted to put it off on the patient. And I said, I know we can find a practice that doesn't have that.
I wonder how many
billing.
people they lost on that.
They lost a lot of people. The guy that started the practice, who was my dentist, which was why I was there for a long time, retired. And it just slowly started to sort of slide downhill. They cut out their pediatric section because our whole family went there. It was a family dentist. They cut out pediatrics. So we had to get a new pediatric dentist, which is near my house. Then they cut out like a couple of dentists that were really good. They let them go, and it was a smaller practice. Then they started really pressuring you for these extras, like a 360-degree x-ray that insurance doesn't cover, and,
They only cover it for kids.
Yes, but not for adults. There's a lot of stuff that they don't cover for adults that they do for kids. And they were pushing something. They kept trying to, every time I was there, they tried to upsell me on teeth whitening. They tried to upsell me on braces. And, I'm aware that I can get these services. You only need to ask me once. And I've told you I'm not interested in it. If I'm ever interested in it, I will let you know. So the upselling got to be crazy. Then I had the crown done, and because it was out of network and because they're so expensive and they have like this high-tech guy that does it, it cost the earth. And then they said, starting January 1st, we're going to start billing you up front. I'll tell you right now, if I had paid up front for my crown, it would have been $8,000.
Wow.
And they have this insurance thing that you can do. It's like a credit card. It's called dental credit care or something like that you can do. It's no interest and you make payments and everything. But I was like, under the way that they were doing it before, we can just pay you. I don't want to have like a bill that I'm owing somewhere and I'm trying to get money back from them.
Right.
It's too crazy. So I told them when they announced that to me, I found another dentist who happens to be within walking distance from my house. This practice was in Boston, so it was not convenient for us. It was a chore to go there. And I called them up and I said, I'm really sorry, but I can't stay in your practice in this because of your billing policy. I've been going to the new dentist for 1.5 years. They are not high-pressure salespeople. They're in my network. I haven't had to pay anything so far. The first thing that I'm ever paying for in 1.5 years is that I'm going to have to pay a copay for the filling, and it's going to be like $230 or something. It's the first time I've had to pay for anything. I paid every time I went there before. And it's because it's in network.
Mm.
So that's my heartbreak and kind of a crush that I don't have tartar. So, yay me.
Yeah, that was the other thing she said about my teeth. that even though with this tooth, otherwise my teeth looked really good.
Yeah, I have really healthy teeth.
So, which is
But
good
there's
because
the
my
grinding.
mom had horrible teeth. My dad has so-so teeth. So.
My dad, the whole family has horrible teeth.
Yeah.
I got my mother's teeth. The downside for me is that I clench. I do have a bite guard, but I take it out in the middle of the night in my sleep because it's so uncomfortable. So
You
I
should
don't
see
know.
if they have new ones out.
This is like my fourth one.
Oh.
Nobody believes me, but everyone I talk to has had this problem with bite guards. It's having something in your mouth all night. It drives you crazy. So that's my crush and my heartbreak.
Bubbles and bling?
No, I have one more thing. I'm not done yet. This is my section. That's what you said to me.
I said it's not all about you.
It's not all about
me.
you. It's not all about you, Sheila. I have been running ragged because I've been getting my kids done with school. My daughter has a party this week. I need to get them ready to go to my parents' house. So I have not sent out the prizes.
Oh.
And I am really sorry. I realized it today. I also didn't go to the post office box. So if anybody sent us anything in the post office box between the last time I went and now, I don't know about it. So I just wanted to apologize for that. I just got too much on my plate right now. My mother's been here for 3 weeks. So, I have her. I'm entertaining her. I had to get the karate
Face
competition.
of sympathy.
Yeah. Well, I love having my mother there. It's not that I don't love having my mother there, but when you have company, there's a certain level of entertainment that has to be done.
The reason I have no face of sympathy is because your mom's taking your children away.
Oh, no, and that'll be great. I can't wait for that to happen. But there's a lot of stuff that has to get done, and before it can happen. And today I've already been driving all over creation, getting stuff ready. We're having a movie theater birthday party tonight. It's also a slumber party, so hopefully I will try to get that stuff done after that is all over. My kids are leaving on Wednesday of next week, and then I'll have more free time. So that's my crushes and heartbreak. Bobbles and bling.
Okay. So 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, on a Friday, we noticed that Blue Moon, it was the last time I was recording, was going to have a mystery bag sale. Mm-hmm. And I partook in it. By the time I ordered it, I guess all the lightweight was gone. Mm-hmm. Fine with me. I'm not a lightweight person. So I ordered it. Was fairly inexpensive with shipping, although they charge you quite a bit for shipping. And it's priority shipping. I didn't realize it, but
I remember that from the last time they had that sale. The shipping is kind of like, whoa!
It's like $11-something for priority. I was like, wow. So $40 roughly is what I paid for it. So I got these colors, and I'm like, oh, they're really pretty. This is the bag it comes in. I really enjoyed this one. It reminds me of almost Zombie Barbecue.
Yeah, that's
from
pretty.
Lorna's Laces. And then I got this one. I'm like,
It's kind of flesh-toned.
Yeah, I'm not so crazy about it, but I'll find a use for it. So then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute, something just doesn't seem right. Yeah, it's superwash heavyweight.
It's not. She ordered medium weight.
I ordered medium weight. This is the sticker it came with on the bag. And the reason I'm showing you this is because if you can see that, that looks like a sticker that's gone through.
Like a washing machine.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm like, all right, I emailed them. They responded back the same day and said, we're so sorry. We don't know how that could have happened. We're going to send you out a new shipment today. I'm like, all right, sounds good. And we'll send you a label out to send back the heavyweight. I'm like, okay, fine. So Monday, Tuesday, I don't remember exactly what day, I got my new shipment. First off, see the sticker?
It doesn't look like it's been through a washing machine.
Difference. This is my mystery bag. There's one that's from her mystery bag where she had fire, earth, and water. Mm-hmm. And it's Rare Gems. That's the red one. Sorry for the... Ooh. For the... I don't care about the sticker now, but I just thought it was funny. It's all reds. It's fire and pink. Reds and pink.
That's pretty.
Really is. So that's one. This is medium weight. And then this one, which I really
That one reminds me of a pansy.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like a pansy?
It does look like a pansy. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's definitely some slubbing there. Wow.
Well, maybe that's just the tie.
No. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a tie. Yeah.
Sorry. We're looking at that slubbing now. But yeah, it looks like a pansy with the purples and the yellows. So I absolutely love these two colors. So I looked in my bag and I'm like, huh, no label.
No label.
So I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. I think I got this Monday. Tuesday, I got an email from them saying, we discussed it and we're not sending you a label. Congratulations, you got medium weight. They had just a couple of mystery medium weight bags. They don't even know. Heavyweight bags. They don't even know how it happened, but I happened to get a heavyweight bag, and now I got it for free.
You may recall that last year when they had the Blue Moon sale, I ordered some medium weight for Sheila and me. One of them was going to be a present for Sheila, and then the rest of them were going to be for me. But in reality, that's what I told Sheila, but they were all for Sheila, and I just kept giving them to her.
Various birthday, Christmas gifts, whatever.
Yeah, because it was easy to do.
You can't go wrong with their grab bag.
But when I got the grab bag, mine was lightweight. So I told them, and they did send me a label back, and they replaced it with medium weight. And remember, we liked the colors of the lightweight better. I should have just kept it. I should have not complained. Although I liked the colors of the medium weight too, but the lightweight was prettier, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am definitely stocked full of Blue Moon. I think this might actually become a scarf for a gift because, as Wendy calls it,
I call it spite yarn.
Spite yarn, because it's not a yarn color that we like. It's very soft.
It looks like tanned flesh. I don't know. It's just not really an interest.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what color it was supposed to be. So she's like, if any of, we were talking about.
I said if you,
a couple of different people. I said somebody said to make them into socks and wear them under the
jeans. Just said that.
And I said, no, I'll probably make a scarf and give it away. And then you said something to the effect, oh, you know how she really feels if you get the gift.
Made with the spite yarn.
I said, trust me, if you get a hand-knitted item from me, you better be on it.
That's right. And I said, yeah, not if it's knit from spite yarn.
I don't care if it's spite yarn or not.
So, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this knits up, because sometimes things knit up differently.
No, it's not a horrible color.
It's just not a color I would definitely not pick.
Flesh toned.
So I was thinking about it. I might do your scarf pattern.
Oh, good idea.
Because it's simple enough, maybe, and it's medium weight, heavy weight.
Yeah.
So it would be a pretty good scarf. So yeah, these are my baubles and bling, and this one I can't wait to see what this is.
I don't have any baubles and bling this week. The only baubles and bling I had were the yarn that I bought for the hat.
Did you already showed?
So, gossip and innuendo. I have one thing. So I may be offering a class or a seminar in the fall or spring. There is a local studio and in my town, and they have been looking for artisans, and somebody referred me, and I might be doing something there. So if you live locally or, close enough to go to like the greater Boston area, and you have any ideas for something that you'd like to see as a class or a course, one of the things that they proposed doing is having a monthly knitting doctor where people would come in and you can knit, but I would be there to help people who are having problems with their projects or who have questions or are trying to work through something. So that's one potential thing. Or I might host a knit night and offer that. But some of the ideas that I had were learning a certain technique or knitting a certain, like maybe have a first sweater class or do a spinning class or something like that. For adults, I also might do a make your own spindle and learn how to spin class for kids next summer. I'm just thinking about doing it. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be able to find enough people interested in the knitting class to offer it. Because the studio does have to make a certain amount of overhead to pay for the space and my time, and people will be charged for like materials fees if it's a kind of a class where you need materials. So if you have any ideas about that, just post them in the thread for the show. But it's something that might be kind of fun to try. I was really happy that somebody recommended me for it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So, yeah, might be something I do. We'll see. It would make me a little extra money. They
Sounds
pay
good.
pretty good hourly rates for teachers there, so we'll see.
Good.
And there's also nothing in the fiber world going on right now in our area that we're going to. The next thing is the Fiber Revival, August 10th in Newburyport, which I am probably not going to be able to attend because my sister-in-law's baby shower is on that day.
Oh.
And I can't miss my sister-in-law's baby shower, even for a fiber event.
No.
So I might be able to go in the morning or in the afternoon, but I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time there if I do go, and I may not be able to go at all.
All right.
So that's all I have.
I've got nothing usually, so.
All right. Well, if this is your first time joining us, thank you for checking us out. And if you're a repeat viewer, thanks for coming back. And if you're one of the people that won prizes 2 weeks ago, sorry, I haven't done anything about that. And have a great week and knit with heart.